I'm Rick Kahler. Thanks for joining me. Well, here's a question. What will happen to my investments if, fill in the blank, the candidate I dislike becomes president? This is a question that I hear frequently during any presidential election year, especially in contentious times like these. People are just always worried that if the candidate they oppose becomes president, it's going to be devastating for the markets, the economy, for their portfolio. So let me share with you what I am going to do to protect my own investment portfolio from a potential election day disaster. Nothing. I don't believe that either a Biden or a Trump win will make any long-term difference to a globally diversified investment portfolio or even the U.S. stock market. History finds that markets don't really care a lot about what political ideology a president subscribes to during an election. According to the 2019 Dimensional Funds Report, the market's been positive overall in 19 of the last 23 election years. That's from 1928 to 2016. Only showing negative returns 4 times. But perhaps, and surprisingly, markets have historically preferred Democratic presidents over entire terms. Since 1929, the total return of the S&P 500 has averaged 57.4% under Democratic administrations versus just 16.6% under Republicans. After a presidential election, stock market returns tend to be slightly lower for the following 2 years, regardless of the party of the president, while bonds tend to outperform slightly. For the 2 years before a presidential election, stock market returns tend to be higher. Again, with no consideration given to the party of the president. Interestingly, it doesn't seem to really make any difference then which party takes the oath of office. There is a slight difference, however, if the control of the White House changes political parties. When a new party comes into power, the analysts found that stock market gains averaged 5%. When the same president is reelected or the same retains control of the White House, returns were slightly higher at 6.5%. So it's with a lot of trepidation that I'm sharing the results of some research I did on both candidates. Despite all of the rhetoric, when it comes to the economy, both candidates are more centrist in their views. I know that's going to be hard to hear. Both of them, for example, support capitalism and free markets. They both support strengthening small businesses. They are likely to support highly skilled immigration initiatives. They support future fiscal stimulus plans. They're both fairly pro-international trade. They both oppose Medicare for all and favor some type of improving the current system. They both lean pro-military in military spending. The candidates do differ on things, especially on taxation and regulation. Trump wants further cuts in taxes, and Biden wants to roll the tax cuts back to what they were under the past 2 presidents. Trump is more pro-business and anti-regulation than Biden. But it's important to remember that presidents don't run the economy any more than they run Congress or the Supreme Court. While they may have some influence over all three, that influence goes only so far. Executive branch powers include foreign affairs, ordering military actions, making appointments to the courts. While the president has an influence on the economy, it isn't the major impact that the media makes it out to be, or that either political party makes it out to be. People think a president has great power to fix an economy. Even presidential candidates believe their own rhetoric around what they can accomplish, until they take residence in the Oval Office and decide there are a plethora of constraints that mute their power. This is how the Founding Fathers designed our government, which is actually a good thing, especially in this election cycle. That's why, viewed in the context of your long-term retirement portfolio, you don't need to worry about who becomes president in November. Could there be some short-term swings in the stock market? Certainly. Most probably. Will the name and party affiliation of the next occupant of the White House make a difference in the long run? No. As usual, the best way to election-proof your portfolio is to leave it alone. Thanks for listening.